So I'm back. I took a little bit of a break, but it's for a really good reason. I'll tell you all about that. But today I want to talk about how to wrap up the end of the year with your writing program. Hi, I'm Robin Mellon. I'm a children's book author and a middle school teacher. I've created a program called the Structured Writing Program. Some of you have been here with me for a while. Some of you might be new and just joining me. I took a little break from doing videos because I was working on two huge projects. And at the end, I'm going to give you a little tour of the two things that I've been working on. They feel like my two little babies. They're not like babies at all because I've had a baby. And today, I want to talk about the end of the year and specifically what I do to sort of wrap it up and give this big, like a feeling of a full bow, like we're wrapping a package. And my writing program is set up almost like in 3-act structure, which I'm going to get through this summer. Because after this one, where I tell you all about how I end the year, I'm going to do a little series where I tell you how to start your year off. So we'll do several videos over the next coming month. Look for them in July of steps to take to get your program up and off the ground so that like the beginning and the end connect to each other and it all makes sense. Like there's a method to the madness. So at the end of the year, there are several things that I do that I'm going to show you. One is what I do with them right before state testing, a little activity that we do to get them like it's a really big confidence booster. It's awesome. They go into state testing feeling like I can actually do this. And then after state testing, there's a project that I do with them that's like a culmination of all of their writing skills along with speaking skills. And then the final survey that I do and the result that I got from that, I'm going to share with you. So let's go to my screen and I will show you what I did.
Okay, so now we're in here and I'm going to show you what it is that I do before we do state testing. At the beginning of the year, and I will go over this in the summer little series that I'm going to do, I give them their initial writing baseline assignment for me is to write about a time that they were surprised and they have to write 1 or 2 paragraphs. So they do that. And then honestly, they forget about it and they never think of it again. But before state testing, I have them do the same writing exercise. They don't remember it at all. I don't know why. It's kind of funny. But I tell them to write about a time they were surprised, 1 or 2 paragraphs. It could be about them. It could be about an imagined, character going through something. And so here's an example of a student who wrote about, it says, as I was slowly crawling across my bed, trying not to wake anyone up, bang, I accidentally dropped my tablet on the floor, started holding my hands over my mouth. Now, if you go down here, this story that she's writing about is just getting Christmas presents on Christmas morning. She has this really unique start. So here's what I do. I go back and I find their initial writing that they did, and I go into everybody's slide on here and I paste their initial one on the next slide. And I tell them to go in and take a look at the narrative writing that you just did. And they're like, And then I say, now go to the next slide and you'll see the same exact one and what you did at the beginning of the year. And then they go over to the next one and they go, oh my God, they can't believe how much better they've gotten. So this was her writing one day when I was surprised. It was on Christmas. The morning I came down, I saw it's like very basic. And when they see that all of these skills that we've been working on through the year has created this type of growth, they feel so good. They realize, oh, I have gotten better. Oh, I am going to be able to do something with my writing. And I just tell them they need to, just show us what they can do. That's all they have to do in the state test. So I had a really good reaction from them from our state testing this year. I was super happy about that. Now, after state testing, we do a project called the 5-slide final. Looks like this. This is such a great way to end the year because having choice is really they need to be motivated to do something at the end of the year. We all need to be motivated. And so they get 3 choices. They can do one of these 3. One is called an unsolved mystery. It's pretty plain and simple, straightforward. This middle one, though, is called criminally underrated. And it was a phrase that I heard my son say a few years ago. And I thought it was hysterical. So a lot of them are drawn to the criminally underrated one. A couple of them did some teaching things for us. And then I learned how to make this really great lemon bar. But for example, like this student did a whole project on why cookies and cream is the most underrated flavor out there. And they have to go in, they have to do research, they have to use a quote from an article, they have to use persuasive language, give theories, give reasons, all this stuff, but they love doing it. And then they have to present it, which takes a whole nother week. So it's like the last couple of weeks are just amazing. I love this project. Okay, then after that, let me pull this up for you. Here it is. At the end of the year, I give them a survey where I find out from them, do you feel like your skills improved this year? And 96% of them said yes. I don't know who this kid is. I need to have a talk with that. There's one kid. um, just the fact that they feel like they improved is such a great mindset shift for them. So many of them came in this year saying they didn't like writing or didn't know how to do it very well. And then I asked them to specifically tell me which one of these they felt like they improved in. Having them put words to the writing of what they're doing well is super important so they can feel like they know what to do when they go into 7th grade. And then we look through all the things that they loved this year. Some of them loved that project that we did. A lot of them said all the writing, all the warm-ups, workshop time. So it really ends the year on this positive note if you just ask them 3 simple questions. And then one last thing I do for super fun here. I hope you could see that on my screen that I just showed you. I don't know how this works. We do, oh, this one. This is just for fun. Just wanted to show you this, that we do this activity where I give them like a really basic picture of an island. It's like a black and white drawing, just the outline of it. And then we do this or that slides and they have to add to their drawing. And it gets super weird as we go along. It gets like polka dots. There's all the colors are strange, weird things show up. And then they share they share their drawing at the end to see if they're similar to anybody else. So that's a really, really fun way to end the year. And then just remember that coming up this summer, I will have a series on how to start your year. So stick around for that. And I want to share with you 2 of my latest projects. I'm so excited to share these with you. First up, you'll see my year-long bundle of ELA 3-a-day warm-ups are completely done. I incorporate these into my writing program by having them complete 3 standards-based tasks every day. So they do sentence combining, which research shows that this really is the way to teach grammar concepts rather than in isolation. And then they work on test prep skills for language and a quick write. It's really high interest, usually really funny, and it keeps them from, ever saying that I have writer's block, because the more they practice that writing off the top of their head, the more confident they're going to be to tackle those bigger projects like essays. And with the sentence combining, I do make it like it gets progressively more complex for them throughout the year. So I'll start with really simple sentences that they combine, and then I move into fragments, and then I just start giving them topics and they come up with their own compound and complex sentences. And the second thing I want to share with you is the complete structured writing workshop course that has been finished. The first module of this is free, so you can check it out and see what you think. It gives you a big overview and shows you all the student-facing directions that I give to my students myself. And then included in that, you'll have some notes where you can put down your ideas. And then I give you the full outline. And I just wanted to show you what's in the course. It's 10 modules, and it goes into much more depth than just the ebook and the regular videos on YouTube. I show pictures of it in action, more examples. I go way deeper into how I do each of these. And so, for example, let me go up here to module 8. I divided it into 2 because that's where the 6 super skills come in. And I go really, really deep on these, on how I teach these writing lessons here. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.